So, very good afternoon to all of you. Uh, Good afternoon, Ami. Thank you so much for joining in with us today. So, to all the students and faculties, those who are with us today, I would like to introduce all of you to Miss Ami Rajgaur. She is a person who has been into the education field since quite a long time. She has been into this field and guiding students for their higher studies abroad. Mostly, she's shown her expertise in USA. So Ami has, a very rich experience in past these years of guiding and sending students to USA for their higher education. Right? Thank you so much, Ami, for joining with us today.
Most
And
welcome, Sherry. I'm glad to be here.
yeah, so I'll just we are all aware of the format. So I'll just tell this is going to be streamlined or live on Facebook. So students, those who have any questions regarding the higher studies, and since we have kept it only for the CAC students, the focus can be more towards that. But in case if I'm getting any questions on Facebook, I'll definitely take it up towards the end of the webinar,
Great.
right?
All right.
Okay.
Done. Yeah.
So without wasting time, Ami, over to you. So we shall begin with this.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much, Sherry. I will now begin with the first thing which I want to say is all the students who are present over here, they have already taken the first step towards making their career. And you should really be thankful to Parul University who are taking not I will not say pains, but who are really helping all the students for they are thinking about their future growth and future career. So today, as Sherry said, we'll be talking on US. Why basically all students are IT based. So I have done a more focused presentation on IT courses and the prospects of these students after completion of their course. Uh, what will be the future prospects, right? So I'll just begin with a little presentation that I have done. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay, so what are the basic points that I'm going to focus into is why choose US as your study destination? The most important point, how has US reacted towards student during this trying times of COVID? What are the broad ranges of courses which are available in IT stream? I know you all would be having a lot of knowledge about it, maybe more than me, but still I have just put in few courses over here. So why do you need to do IT in US? What are the future careers like? After 10 years or 5 years, what careers are we looking at in this field? Why a student should be choosing masters, uh, MS as we say it in US, STEM courses? I hope all of you would be aware about this. What are STEM courses? Correct. Why a student should be opting for a STEM courses? uh, what processes have changed? Why has it simplified? Why can we term that US has gone a little simplified? Cost of study, I am not going to go into a lot of detail, just a little bit of it. And what are the opportunities of a student after you finish your program? And any questions that you have. So this is just a
I
little,
mean,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt. It would be really helpful if you can just give a brief of what STEM is also, because
Yeah,
many
yeah.
students
I
still
This is
yeah
just an introduction. I'm going to do that
yeah
as in when we reach to that
yes yes
question, right? Okay. So this is just a little map, little nahi, a big map of US. Why I have taken this particularly is to just show you guys that the weather. It's a huge country. It's a very huge country. The weather conditions are very favorable to ours, because that is one of the biggest thing that the parents have a problem with, कि मेरा बच्चा क्या करेगा, कनाडा में इतनी ठंडी है, यहाँ पे इतनी ठंडी है. But this is just to show you that US is much more adapt. The climate is much more adaptive to Indian climate. And as you can see, we have 50 states in US: East Coast, West Coast, North Coast, South Coast. So as in when you go down, the weather is becoming warmer and warmer. Just to the left, okay, we'll come to that later on, but just to give you a brief that how big is US, where all you can settle down, this is just a brief, right? Okay, so why USA? So we all know US is a superpowered country. It's a superpower nation. I have just got this something from a website. I just want to read it as it is written in the website, and how strong it is. Okay, just hear it very nicely, and you can also read it, I'm sure. It says that the US leads the global landscape in technology and innovation. The country's competitive edge, according to World Economic Forum's Global Competitive Index, is due to its business dynamism, strong institutional pillars, financing mechanism, and vibrant innovative ecosystem. What is this? Just this one sentence is focusing on something which shows that how strong the foundation of USA is. It ranks the first among so many countries in its innovation. And why? Because it has very strong pillars. They have a very strong dynamism. That is the reason US is considered the powerhouse, irrespective of whatever people say. US is US, right? Then the other things is, it is, when you study in US, the degrees are going to be globally recognized. It has culture. See, these are very normal points which we all know. uh, when we st- when we study internationally, this is one thing that we get, is a global recognition, cultural diversity. Okay, one more thing. US keeps on updating its course, looking at the current scenario. It is not that old course which keeps on running. They always keep on innovating. Innovation is in their blood. Okay, so they work on research in technology, and that's how the course curriculum is created in US, right? So there's nothing more. Why US is US. Okay, so this is very important, very important. Okay, there were, till the time Mr. Trump was there was a lot of chaos in the country. But with coming of Mr. Biden, lots of things have changed, and he is very much interested in increasing the population of students, international students, and he is a very willing person, and very so the government is very willing to accept international students. So this is a news which we have just received yesterday, in which Mr. Biden has announced that any student who wants to start their academic year from 1st August and onwards will be eligible to study in US. The visas are called F1 visa. A student visa is called an F1 visa. That is a term which is given to them. So any student who on F1 visa wants to go to US for their studies starting from 1st August onwards, they will not be stopped by any COVID situation. There will be no delays in their studies. They do not need to study online, and they are eligible to travel to US as soon as they get the visas. So this is for the students whose program begins from 1st August onwards. Right? This is a latest update that has been received from the government. This has been just received yesterday. So this is a very good news for all the people who are planning their um, student visa, who are planning their future career in US. It's open now. You don't have to worry. Okay, so what are the broad ranges of courses? See, I am sure you all know this. This is just a little bit which I have included over here, which are very much in demand, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science and analytics, data engineering, data visualization, network and information security, which is called as cyber security, cloud computing, AWS, gaming app developing. These, these are very few courses. There are a lot of other courses which are there, but these are the main courses which my eyes felt on over here, and will further move so that you can see a relation why I have taken this courses. Okay. Okay, so these are some careers which I happen to come across, that which careers will be in demand when coming, in next 5 to 10 years. There are going to be many jobs which are going to deplete because of lots of technology that is coming ahead. A lot of jobs are just not going to be there. Okay, but there are certain jobs and there are certain careers which are going to take a great hype in the coming few years, and these are the certain jobs which will be in demand. Okay, this is just technology related. Is other than these jobs which I came across were the only jobs of into the medical field. Okay, which will be in demand. Okay, like finance and all has to be there because it's a part of any organization. But now finance has also turned into so much technicality that finance, you don't need a person. In coming few years, you will not need a person. You will not need a person to sit and write the books. There are so many softwares which are there, and hence all the jobs which are quoted over here, they are going to be of use in each and every field, in each and every section of any industry. Taking the first one, mobile app developer, software engineer. Obviously, whatever I'm doing through this video game. Oh, in COVID times, I have seen at my own house that all the four people are playing different games. So there have been loads and loads of games. Uh, and the study has also shown that playing games develop an individual. It is not. It has not been termed as a thing. It has not been termed as a taboo, but it has been termed as a thing that this is going to help an individual to develop. Then IT security specialist, computer system analyst, web developer, technician, technology manager. These are few of the jobs which are going to be so much in demand in the coming few years. If you are planning to study now, maybe next year or maybe this intake in August, September, you will be coming out in next 2 years, and you will be in demand completely. Okay, so now it is why a student should be studying IT specifically in USA. Okay, let's go to this STEM thing. What is STEM? STEM means it is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's the full form of STEM. Any individual who is doing a course under this stream, has lots and lots of benefits. I have that quoted for you as well. It will come in the next slides. But IT falls into STEM courses. STEM courses are so much in demand. A person getting a degree from a STEM course will be in demand not only in US but also in any other country. Say, for example, you don't want to stay back in US, you just got your degree, you just got that, and you want to move. You want to move to Canada, they are going to welcome you with flowers. It's going to be like that. So, you guys have chosen a very lucrative field at the moment, and it is going to definitely give you a good stand in your future. So STEM courses, I have a further slide for that also, that why they are so important. But STEM, what does it stand for? It is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics courses. They would be having more than 100 courses under this stream. I had a printout, but I'm not having it currently. Otherwise, I will send it to Shairi. She may share it with you. Okay, the next point is USA is the hub of IT. Everyone knows the Silicon Valley. Everyone knows California, Silicon Valley. I have just put certain what companies. If you just Google Silicon Valley, you will see it's a different life. It's a different it's a different feeling altogether. Google, Apple, HP, Facebook, Netflix, all of them have their offices over there, the headquarters over there, and are you have a chance to work with companies like that. And I'm sh- I'm sure you would have read. See, if you are a tech person, you would definitely want to go in one of these companies in the nearby future. At least you want to do an internship. At least you want to work for a while in such companies to get that kick in life. These are the companies which are located. These are the companies which have their headquarters over there. Imagine what kind of atmosphere and what kind of an environment they would be having over there, right? So these are I just feel these are the main three reasons why you should be doing an IT in US. There are various numerous other reasons as well, but these are the best three reasons describing why you should be going for IT over there. Okay, there it is. Why STEM? Okay, so as I said, if you are getting your F1 visa under STEM courses, you have an opportunity to work for 2 years more under this visa. In a very simple term, you have a postgraduate work permit, what we say if for other countries. Similarly, in US, if you are under any of the STEM courses, you have 24 months, that is 2 years of postgraduate work permit. I'm telling you in a very simple language for you to understand. Um, that, the other point is also I'm coming towards it, but so that is the foremost and the first reason that you get 2 years of work experience, a chance to work for 2 years in this country. Okay. The next point is STEM degrees from the US open up better career opportunities, as I said, both in India and in America, along with various other countries where STEM degrees are highly valued. Which country will not value a STEM course? I suppose there is no such country which will not honor such a degree, right? Even in the US itself, if you want to go and find out work for yourself, people will be more they will be more towards a person. They will be A STEM degree holder will have likely more chance to get selected for a particular job rather than a non-STEM degree holder. Okay, and those who
Me,
opted, yes.
sorry to interrupt. I guess your slide is stuck. It's
Why
still
STEM
on the
courses?
no, it's still on the first one.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you can just try once again sharing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can you see?
Yeah, yeah, near the costing slide. There one.
Why STEM courses? Is it the same slide?
No, it is a costing one. 10th slide you're at.
Any change?
No,
Um, why STEM courses? You are not able to see that slide.
no. It is stuck at the 10th one.
Okay, just a second.
Yeah, now it is moving. Yes.
Okay,
So now it is at Y USA for MS.
okay. Now you can see why
Yeah,
STEM
yes,
courses?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So we were at the last point. So those who obtain their STEM degrees from US are trained to think creatively, which might lead them to the establishment of their successful startups. Why this? Because see, this is not a very huge point, or this is one of the points, but this will help you to think differently, because you would have worked in you would have worked in the international companies. You will have a different creative way of thinking, which will help you to create your own startups, or think creatively, and mark your position, right? So that is why the STEM courses are more required. A student should be opting for STEM courses if you are looking for a future in US. This is definitely going to help you. And then, as I said, there are more than 100 courses which are available under this STEM courses, right? Okay, so why US at the moment? See, there have, due to it's an opportunity which has been forwarded to the international student by the government of US, or by the US universities, which they have decided that a lot of universities have just allowed the student to enroll, to give they are giving admissions without the requirement of GRE, GMAT, SAT, or such test. Yes, IELTS is still important, but they are still giving, they have just waived off the GRE GMAT requirement, which is a big headache for a student. I do realize that, and this is a good opportunity for a student who are, a lot of students do not plan to go ahead with US education only because they are scared to give GRE or GMAT, and there are a lot of other international destinations which allows you to take admission in the same course without a GRE or GMAT, right? But such students are compromising because they do not want to give this exam. Now, this is not the case at the moment. I'm not saying all the universities have waived it off, but a lot of universities have waived off this GRE GMAT requirement, and it is still going on. They have said it till January 2022. They are going to be a bit lenient about it, right? It's very easy. You just have to meet the team of Parul, and they are just going to, we will just be showing you which exact course is going to be beneficial for you, taking into account your interest. And this is, you will be showing your interest, and we will be showing you how that interest can be converted into a career which is going to give you a good earning in the future. This is how we will plan your career. Okay. There is also another leniency which has been there, that there are a lot of pathway programs which are available to you if you have scored less in your if your GPA CGPA is low, if your IELTS or TOEFL score is low. We are there. There are a lot of pathway programs which will help. Lot of universities provide you with pathway programs. So what are they? So if you have scored, if the requirement is 6.5 and you have scored 6 bands, still you will be eligible to go with that program by taking up 4 to 5 weeks of English. That will give you a start ahead for your program. If you have scored less, if your GPA is less than what is required, you may take a pre-masters or 1 year or 6 to 8 months of master's years foundation year course, and then you can go ahead with your course. So the GPAs and the IELTS doesn't English score will not stop you from going ahead with your selective course. There are a lot of scholarships also which are available at a lot of universities. So we have a lot of simplified. There are a lot of processes which have been simplified due to COVID also, and due to the team, due to it is a new situation, right? It's competitive. As I said, that it is not so we present here are universities. Some are government universities, there are so many universities, but taking a median range of costing can anything between 20,000 of 1 year of your 1 year fees can cost you this. Living cost can be around 10,000 to 12,000 USD. This I have taken a, I think, a maximum stand over here. Okay, if you're planning to take if you're planning to take university accommodation, this will increase more. This will increase till 16 to 18,000, right? And this is what is a general calculation. If you would be having family, this is definitely going to come down. If you are sharing a room with a lot of people, one or two, three, four, five people, this is coming down. This is a general calculation which I have done. So it is not going to be so much of cost to you as I see it right now. But this is what a general Mr. Google tells me that this could be the cost. Okay, the STEM jobs, as I said, a student doing a STEM course can get a work permit. Why I am using these words as work permit? This is for your better understanding. Okay, for 2 years you will be granted 24 months, and a starting salary can be of 10,000 USD. This is just for you to understand how a STEM course can be useful to you. Okay. Okay. So coming to what are the opportunities after completion of your program in USA. So there are two major things. There are two major work permit criteria which is there for a student, which is known as CPT and OPT. CPT is curricular practical training. This is the time limit is for 12 months. Okay, this is something CPT has to be is related to your course. It counts towards your credits. It is you have to finish CPT before you finish your course. It is a part. It is a part of your course curriculum. You cannot do it after completion of your course, and you will not get a degree if you don't have a CPT. Okay. So CPT is for 12 months. You can only take up CPT after you have finished 1 year of your studies. You need a job offer. Job offer means an uh, internship letter, or somebody is asking, the employer is telling that we want this, he is eligible to do this so and so work in our company. So that letter is required over here, and this has to be done before the completion of your study. Okay, next comes the OPT. Okay, you can either opt to do a CPT, or you can either opt to do an OPT. You can't have both. Okay, you, even if you have both, the time limit is only 12 months. So if you have done CPT for 6 months, and then if you want to take OPT, what is OPT? Is optional practical training. So that is generally people take this after the completion of the course. So if you are taking OPT, then it will be valid only for 6 months, because you have already taken CPT for 6 months. So the total time frame will only be 12 months for CPT OPT together. OPT can also be pre completion of your course or post completion of your course, or it can be both. You can do 6 months of 3 months of pre OPT and 9 months of post OPT. That is also an option. OPT does not require you to have a job offer or anything. It has to be in your field, whatever you are studying. It has to be in that field of study, right? So these are the two options. So if, for example, if a student is opting for OPT after completion of his study, so that will be for 12 months. A student is enrolled into a STEM course, is doing a STEM course. So 12 months of OPT plus 2 years of STEM work permit, that is going to grant you total 3 years of work permit. This is how STEM courses will be helpful to you, that even after your studies, you will be eligible to stay in USA for 3 months and work legally full time. Full time you can work, but yes, after completion of your course, you take your OPT, you apply, you're into the STEM, apply for an extension of 2 years, right? So these are the two things, CPT, OPT, which are available for a international student over there. There's one more thing, that a student on F1 visa can also work uh, on campus. Okay, that can only be done after 6 months of completion of his studies. You do not require. This is like a student can do a normal job of 20 hours per week, wherein he doesn't, if he has to work on the university premises, maybe as a librarian assistant, something which is on the university, right? You do not need any permission from the DSO, that is the designated school official, to work over here, or the USCIC, that is United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. That is allowed for a student if he is working on the campus. Correct? The next thing is H1B visa. So H1B visa is like a work permit in a very simple language. You need a employer to sponsor you for a work permit. H1B visa can be of 6 years. You can further file for your green card based on your H1B visa. What is a green card? It is quite equivalent to a PR, wherein you have all the rights over there, all the rights in US as a green card holder. You're, as much as a US citizen, except that you don't have any voting rights. And then you file for your US residency. That takes a little longer than usual compared to different countries wherein they give you citizenship. But green card, as I said, green card is very much equivalent to a PRUY. I mean, it's as you're as much as a citizen over there, except that you are not voting. That's it. And you are eligible for a US residency, but yeah, it is going to take a long time. But you can get that. You can get there. Correct? Yes, Sherry, I am done.
Yeah,
The presentation is done if
yeah,
anybody
yeah.
has. Yeah.
So I guess you have covered almost all the concerns over here, Ami. But few specific questions that generally we get from the students and few that have been mentioned in the comment section. So I'll just take up one by one. So the first question that comes up is with the scholarship.
Hmm.
Okay. So is what is eligibility? Is there a minimum requirement? How the scholarship system works in US?
Okay, so all the universities work very differently. There may be the university A may just grant you a scholarship just like that. There are universities which will grant you a scholarship based on your grades or based on your English course scores or based on your other GMAT GRE scores. So it depends from university and university, and they have number of scholarships which are there. So once we are applying for an university, we have to check what scholarships are available, what options are available for a particular student to get the scholarship in that university. So we will need to apply as and when we apply for an admission.
So is it like it keeps on changing whenever every intake? Is it so?
It will not keep on changing. But as I said, for example, University A will not be giving any scholarship based on IELTS score. University B might be giving you a scholarship based on an IELTS score. So, for example, there are three options. I'm just giving you an example, right? For example, a university will be choosing a student who has a good IELTS score, maybe 8888 or whatever. But there is another university which will not even grant any scholarship based on that. So it all depends on which university are we selecting and what are their criteria for offering a scholarship to a student.
Okay. But I understand the chances of scholarship are definitely there when it comes to the admissions.
Yes, yes, definitely.
And
Definitely.
yeah, is there any other scholarship that students can also get after reaching there?
Huh. So, certain universities also have this criteria that when you pass a term, so if you are passing a term with a grades that they have mentioned, that if you are passing with so and so percentage, the next year you might get a scholarship of so and so dollars. So it is after you reach there, after you are being a good student over there, you might get eligible for the next year fees. That is also there. There are universities which would provide scholarship for the next year as well.
Yeah. So the student definitely understands stand chances like not only during the admission, you can target the scholarship, but also after reaching there.
Definitely, definitely.
So generally, how much scholarship is offered? If you can just put in figures.
So it can range anything starting from a minimum of 5,000 to people have got a scholarship of full fees as well.
Okay.
So it all depends on which university are we going and what kind of student we are having. So we have to keep on applying to the university because all the universities will be having a lot of scholarship options.
Okay.
So we got to see wherein the student is going to fit for which type of scholarship.
So, is it that the applications during the time of applications we have to do it quite early to claim that scholarship? Is it something like that? Like we have early bird scholarships, or we have initially the scholarship might be rolled out, but it can get closed. So something like that.
Scholarship, see, again, I'll come to the same point that still it will depend on which university are we selecting. There would be universities which do have such early bird offers that if we pay so much of fees, then so much of fees is your scholarship. Okay, if you are paying X amount, then Y amount is going to be your scholarship. So there are a lot of options which are available, but when we need to come to a conclusion that which university is the student selecting, and then we can give them the options that if you are selecting so and so university, this university has so many scholarship options which you can opt for.
Yeah, just adding on to that, I mean, like, suppose if I'm a student and if I'm not, if I'm selecting, suppose a university, and that is not among the top league universities, it can be. So, will it affect me in getting jobs, or how is it that going to affect me when it comes to the placement part?
Okay, so see, over here I would say skills matter. Even if you are going to study, even if a student, okay, it is all about the skills. How are you going to represent yourself with the skills? Yes, when we are going to pass on our resume to top rated company, maybe at that point of time we may have a little setback because we may not be from the top universities, but in the end you have to get into the market, you have to get into the economy. Once you are into the economy, once you have worked there into your field and you show your talent, you show your skills.
Hello, hello. I think we lost you, Ami, here. Hello, hello. Hello.